Good afternoon. It is Craig Bennett, aka Cash Cake, here back with another NBA Prize Picks video. If you haven't checked out my early video I dropped this morning, I will link it at the end of this one where I had 4 plays for you. Got 4 more for you. A couple we'll talk about that are not official, but I was kind of on the fence about them, but I'll talk about them anyways. And again, hit that like button for me. Subscribe to the channel and turn on that notification bell so you know when I upload these videos, as these lines do sometimes move. As I talked about the early video, got some exciting things coming up for March. We're going to do a little bit of underdog videos, as well as I'm putting together a little sports betting show. Going to have my top 3 plays every day, and that should be a lot of fun. Hopefully we get some baseball this summer because I'm excited about throwing that out there, along with some NBA. So again, love each and every one of you, man. I really appreciate you guys, the community that we built. It's been awesome. But let's jump right into it. All right, like always, we have that Prizepicks desktop version up here. We'll go through the 4 official plays that I have up, and then I'll talk about the 2 that I was on the fence with, and just kind of go through the numbers a little bit for you guys. Again, play them, fade them, leave comments. Love it all, man. I try to get to each and one of your comments, and it's been a lot of fun. Hopefully we can make some money and finish out February strong, as today is February 28th. If you don't have that Prizepicks account, head on over there, use that promo code DFSArmy and get that 100% instant deposit match up to $100. The link is in the description below. All right, let's get right after it for today. And we're going to go back to a couple favorites, man, that have just been great for us in February. And if it's a good thing, why stop? Our boy, Steven Adams, man. Steven Adams going up against the Spurs. And I love it that they have our favorite play up here, man. It's been crushing. And we're going right back to it, man. We're going Steven Adams over 3.5 assists. Absolutely love this. Juice is on the over a lot of places, around -120, -125. He's hit this in 6 of his last 6 games and 8 out of his last 10. This should be 4.5. It's a line just too small here. The 2 that he did miss, he got 3 and 2. But again, lately he's been playing really well. And it's not like his minutes are going up too much, but over the last 4 games they have 35, 27, 35, 32. They're going to need his size going up against Jakob Poeltl. Should be a lot of fun here. It's just going up against the Spurs. Memphis favored by 8.5. 237.5 over under, so a massive total. So it's one of those games where should be up and down. And I just love taking any time we get Steven Adams at this mark. I don't mind his rebounds either. Like the rebounds at 12.5, I don't mind if you want to take that, but I prefer the assist. I talked about it a couple days ago when the line wasn't out, but hopefully people still jumped on it and made a little bit. But again, Steven Adams over 3.5 assists. The Spurs rank 14th in assists allowed, 17th in defense against center. And it's just been one that's too low, man. And until they adjust this to 4.5, we just have to keep riding it. It's just one of those things where I just love taking this, and it's been so profitable over this, February. Just gonna keep riding the thing. Next thing we're gonna jump on another assist prop, and we're gonna go on the other side of it, right? So if you want to make a 2-man power play banger in one game, which is always fun to do. Again, same kind of deal here. DeJounte Murray over 9.5 assists. It's one that's just basically Prince money as well, right? The juice is massively on this over. Like I said, when it comes to James Harden and DeJounte Murray, if it is 10 or below, I'm going to play it. I'm going to play it. The juice is over -150 on this in a lot of places. Memphis ranks 19th in assists allowed. In the one game he did play Memphis back on January 26th, he did put up 11 assists. The minutes are there, man, averaging almost 37 minutes over his last 10 games. And he just gets it done. One of the plays I really like that's not here, but it's more of a book play, like if you go out and play one of the sports books, is the rebounds and assist props, like 17.5. I love taking that because he does get a lot of rebounds. He put up 10 rebounds against Memphis, so he put up 21 points and rebounds and assists. So it's one of those things where in that game he played against Memphis, he put up a triple double, 16, 10, and 11. So excuse me, we could see something similar to that there. So if you want to chuck in a little pizza money on the triple double, I wouldn't mind it with the way Murray's been playing. But again, Memphis favored by 8.5 here. It could get away from the Spurs a little bit, but as long as they keep it close, Murray's going to be there with his assists, getting his guys going. Vassell and Johnson and Pert, all those guys, as he's been looking for him. And again, it's just one of those props where if I see it under 10, I'm going to jump on it. So two of my favorite plays today. The next one it was one I was back and forth with a little bit, just to be honest here. It's Domantas Sabonis, and I didn't know if I wanted to go points or if I wanted to go rebounds. I even thought about fantasy score, but I think that's a little too high. I think that's about where it should be. But I was back and forth here. I think it's one of those things where if you're playing, say, if you want to play a 3-man power play, right, and you want to go Adams and Murray and then go, Sabonis rebounds and then go one Sabonis points. Because I'm on the fence with him on this one. I'm going to go rebounds, but I don't mind points as well. Like, he's put up 24 real life points against OKC this year, but he's also put up 18 rebounds. So we're going to go rebounds here. OKC is just a horrific team rebounding it. They don't have Lou Dort. They don't have Giddey. Muscala's out. Like, they're out a bunch of guys. Sacramento's still only favored by 4.5 here. 223.5 over under. They are ranked 30th in the association in rebounds allowed, so 25th in offensive rebounds, 30th in defensive rebounds, 30th in the power forward position. They're just not a good team at all. Again, they're playing for the future. They have so many damn stockpile of draft picks and some young guys. Like, Giddey's way better than I thought he was going to be in the league. So they're going to be a good team here in a couple years, but not this year. 13.5 rebounds, again, seems pretty high. He's went over this mark in 5 of his last 10 games, 2 of his last 3 games, or 2 of his last 5 games. But again, playing a matchup like this, he could easily... It's basically him and Fox, right? When they trade away Halliburton. So we should see, Sabonis either doing both. I can see him getting over on points and over on rebounds. Again, high number like that, but he should gobble up all the rebounds that he can get his hands on here. So we're going to go this. And it does help that Richaun Holmes is questionable as well. So if he's sat, it just helps even a little bit more. So we're going to go rebounds with this one. But again, I wouldn't hate you if you went over on points as well. I like both of them. So pick the one that you like the most. Even in points allowed, they're 13th in points allowed. And again, he put up 24 against them earlier this year. And then the fourth one we're going to play here that's official is actually on the other side of this. We got two little kind of, from ping pongs or however you want to call them, back and forth. We can run it in the same game, which is a lot of fun. And we're going to go Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, SGA, 27.5 points, and we're going to go the over here. So again, this is one of those fun little things too. You can play Sabonis and SGA. You play Fox and SGA. Nice little 2-mans on one game, and I love doing those. There's a lot of fun when you can do it. Like, I'm never going to force something like that in, but it's always fun when you can do it. But again, SGA, there's no Lou Dort, there's no Giddey. Like I said, he's going to do everything. There's only been one game this season where there hasn't been no Lou Dort or Giddey, and he put up 36 real life points, and that was that's something that 24 shot attempts, and it was against Indy back on November 25th. I'm sorry, February 25th. We didn't have Giddey. And we didn't have, so that last game, he put up 36 points here. And that was no Lou Dort, no Giddey. And we should see something similar to this, right? We should see something similar to this. The shots are going to be there. Even when these guys were playing and we have no restrictions with those guys and we leave them in, 24, 22, 10, 17, 23, 23, 21 shots. He was out for a good stretch here. Almost a month. He's only played 2 games. The 2 games he's played back, came right back in it with those 35 and 38 minutes. We should see, again, close to 40 minutes of this game staying close. Sacramento's favored by 5. Again, 227.5 over under. He's going to put up 25 plus shots here, right? He's going to get to the rim. He's going to shoot threes. The number should be 30.5 in my opinion. I think it's way too low. and it's one that we can kind of jump on here. So again, makes it a lot of fun. We can play two guys in the same game. Like I said, we play Fox as well if you want to do like a Fox SGA back and forth as well. But I love these 2-man power plays like that. So the other ones I was going to talk about here, it's actually two plays I was going back and forth, and it was basically Giannis and Portis, and it was the over rebounds, right? Going up against Charlotte, they're just not a good they're not a good team, period. I don't want to put it up as an official play because it feels like when they're healthy like this, it's really hard to decide who's going to do what here, right? They're ranked 29th in rebounds allowed. I think one of them's going to go over, right? Giannis at 11.5 rebounds. He's went over this in all three marks going up against Charlotte, 12, 12, and 13 on December 1st, January 8th, and January 10th. He's went over every single game here. The Milwaukee's favorite 10.5, 238.5 over under. So I like the over rebounds here, and I like it with Portis as well. Portis is sitting at 9.5 rebounds. He's went over this mark in 2 of those 3 games that they've played, in 7, 13, and 11. So, depends if you want to take Giannis or Portis. I didn't know which one to throw out there. Maybe you just mix and match them if you're doing if you're doing some 3-mans, you want to throw them out there, or if you want to, throw a little pizza money on a 5-man. Don't hate that as well. Not going to throw it up on the official one, but one that I was researching and it made sense with how bad they are at rebounding the ball. Both of them are juiced on the over. Bobby's juiced over around -125, and if we go look at Giannis's line, he's juiced on the over around -135. So both are getting hit pretty heavy on the overs. Again, not going to make an official play, but I like both of them, and I wanted to mention that. So again, quick little rundown here where we're at with this second video. Steven Adams over 3.5 assists. DeJounte Murray over 9.5 assists. Domantas Sabonis over 13.5 rebounds. And Shai Gilgeous-Alexander over 27.5 points. And then if you want to take those Milwaukee rebounds, I don't mind them as well. So with that, again, enjoy your Monday, last day of February. Hopefully we can come out a winner again. And look forward to some exciting things coming out in March. I appreciate all you guys hitting the like button. You guys have been killing it. And again, I'll see you guys on the flip side. Deuces.